So, how to speed up your hypnotherapy practice and sessions? Basically, or absurdly to some extent, is by slowing down. And what I mean by it is on the one hand, mindset-wise, you want to first and foremost, if you in conversation hypnotherapy, we work with principles, right? And that makes the session very flexible. It is we have done away with all the time wasters. There is no deepener, there is no induction, there is no regression. There can be a regression, which is basically a memory. So it can come up, it can be explored, or the client might explore it, but there is no directed regression. So there are a lot of things that are not there. So that already speeds things up because we go back to the essence or this minimalist principle of what is really important here to get rid of the problem, right? Because that's our only goal, to get rid of the problem, eliminate it at the core so that the symptom itself dissolves as well. So basically, you speed things up by going back to the essence and slowing down, and you slow down by saying that I am really interested in this person. I am really interested in why they have this problem. Yeah. So it might actually be that I don't have that problem. I have never had that problem. Why is it that they do have this problem? So what is it? What is it that actually make them have that problem, whereas I never had it? So coming in with this curiosity rather than assumption. Yeah, so somebody says, I don't know, I drink. I drink and I want to give up drinking, right? So that's what you're helping with, that's what you're specializing in. So instead of saying that I have helped 50 clients and they all had there were these patterns, it's probably because of this, I don't know, childhood abuse or whatever. And so ask then, as soon as you assume something, you start asking questions in a directed way, and there is nothing more aggravating and really annoying and irritating than somebody asking you questions that are kind of directing you. Everybody notices it, as you don't have to be a genius to notice it. It's just it's really irritating. So that's the last thing you want to do with your clients. So that's for instance, that's the flexibility that we have in conversational, that I come in with this mindset of I want to understand you. And of course, in order to understand something, you slow down. You take your time. You want to understand what is happening there. And of course, I want to understand it through the unconscious moments as well. Where do those unconscious moments come up so that I can then point your attention, the client's attention to those moments, uh, rather than try to speed up. And when we speed up, we tend to apply techniques, we tend to assume something, kind of trying the shortcuts. The problem with the shortcuts is that they often don't they don't necessarily lead anywhere. And then you end up making the session longer or making introducing things that are unnecessary. So yeah, you speed up by slowing down, obviously by taking out the time wasters, and also by slowing down and adapting this mentality of curiosity, of not assuming anything, of not trying to bring in patterns and guesses, but instead saying, I am here, I'm listening to you. As well as, of course, you question their assumptions, right? You ask them, so you ask them the questions, but without assuming that you have the answer, without assuming that there has to be a pattern here that they don't see, but you see because you have seen such cases. Because here in front of you, sits an individual with a whole life story and beliefs. So nobody can know it better than them. You are there to guide them, but you're not there to guide them towards one specific thing, which would make things longer, and then you will have second, third, fourth session.